Oh, we have a special treat for our video this week. Sister Jen Dean actually had it on her heart to design this unit on 1 Peter for us. And she has a verse on her heart, and we're going to hear from her about this verse. The verse is 1 Peter 2:21. To this you were called, because Christ suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in his steps. Let's hear what Sister Jen has to say about following in the steps of Jesus.
Hi, so I'm going to tell you a story about hiking and how it has to do with our walk with the Lord and following Jesus. So a few years ago, Aaron and I went hiking. We went to Observation Point out in Utah. It's 8 miles in the desert, 100-degree heat. Amazing hike, but it's a brutal hike. A few things when you hike: you have to have the proper footwear. You want to protect your feet. You have to have grip. You have to be able to go on the path and be ready. So you want to prepare yourself. In the desert, you need a lot of water. You need 1 to 2 liters for every hour that you're hiking. So you want bottles and bottles of water that you can guzzle at different points. You also want easy access water so that as you're walking, you can just drink as often as you want. This is a straw. It goes into a bladder full of water. So this whole thing is full of water. So the whole time I'm hiking, I don't want to get dehydrated. I can just drink anytime I need it. You know, when it's hard, when it's easy, I'm drinking, I'm hydrating. I need proper food, good nutrition. Use a lot of energy. It's exhausting, so you need to eat a lot. You need your first aid kit because you're going to get wounded. You will get hurt. You will get muddy and scraped up. You need to, be able to fix that. You need your map, a compass. So we started hiking, starting out on our 8-mile hike, and it's zigzag straight up a cliff. It's beautiful. You're enjoying the Lord's creation. You're looking around. It's gorgeous. But it's exhausting, it's tiring, and you just have to keep pressing forward, going forward. The path is taking you in this weird direction. In between these rocks, there's a rock wall ahead. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere where it should be. And we're just kind of like, is this right? But that's what the path says. So we have to follow. We have to keep going. And then my foot's hurting me, and I'm ignoring it. But Aaron can tell that I have foot pain. He can tell I have an issue. So he makes me stop. He takes time out of his hike. He takes his supplies. He has to fix up my foot, fix my blister. If we don't fix our problems, we don't tend to our needs, it can fester and become some huge wound that's going to take us out of the hike. We're on this part of the hike in the cliff. We're just going up this little zigzag on the side of the cliff. You can't stop. It's narrow. It's a foot or two wide, and I am just exhausted, and I'm miserable at this point. I don't want to keep going, and Aaron's just like, keep drinking, keep eating. We're not stopping. We can't stop. You have to keep going. He's just pushing me forward even when I want to stop. And so it's so important to have a hiking buddy to help push me forward, because if I had stopped, who knows if I would have gotten back up and kept going. Make it to the top, our goal. We made it to the goal. It was hard. It was tiring. It was exhausting. We had to be together in a pack, in a group, to help each other. There's also mountain lions out there. There's rattlesnakes. You want to have a group to kind of scare away those predators, to help you and push you and encourage you. So we made it to the top. We did it. We survived it. It was rough, but we did it. And so for our walk with the Lord, how does that correspond? Well, we need a lot of water. We need to be reading the word. We need to be praying all the time. We need to be guzzling it throughout, at different points. We need to be drinking it throughout our day all the time, even when it's easy. When the hike's easy, we need to be hydrated and fueled up so that when the hard parts come, we're ready. We need our map. We need to have the Holy Spirit leading us. Where are we going? Where's the path? Our compass, did we get off the path? And the Lord's going to come back. He's going to go after us if we get lost. If we wander away, he's going to help us. We need our first aid kit. We need our helpers to help us when we're struggling, when we're wounded. We need our church family, our fellowship to come together and encourage us and push us forward. And just to remind us where we're going and how to get there. And our best example of how that happened is Jesus. Then he's about 30 and he leaves carpentry. He leaves his job, basically gives up his career, right? He's not married. He doesn't have kids. He gave up having a family to do his ministry. And so he's, given up prestige. He's given up family, given up career, all so he can do his ministry. And then he goes out and he gets the disciples. So he has his fellowship, he has his group, and they're all supporting each other. They're helping each other. He's regularly praying. He knows the word. He's been studying. He knows the prophecies and how they apply to him. No matter what life threw at him, no matter what struggles he had, he stuck it out and he did the right thing. And he's our greatest example of just following that road, no matter what suffering we have.